The new report from The Hindu on Monday states that the Modi government has waived key provisions of the anti-corruption clauses days before the Rafale deal was signed. N. Ram of The Hindu got hold of the defense deal and exposed that there were parallel negotiations going on by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi that had weakened the negotiating position of Defense Ministry and Indian negotiating team. These are the latest updates of the Rafale scam that is going on for a long time now. But how many of us really know what the issue is about? Let me try and give you a clear picture about the alleged scam. India in 2016 signed a direct deal with the French government to purchase 36 new Rafale fighter jets in a 7.87 billion euro deal. Rafale is a French twin-engine multi-role fighter jet designed and built by Dassault Aviation. The Rafale jets are considered one of the most potent combat jets globally. Though the deal was signed only in 2016, the Indian government were contemplating to revamp the Air Force fleet since 2001. However, the request for proposal to buy 126 aircraft was approved in 2007 by former Defense Minister A.K. Anthony. This started the bidding process. The contenders for the enormous deal were Lockheed Martin's F-16S, Eurofighter Typhoon, Russia's MiG-35, Sweden's Gripen, Boeing's FA-18S, and Dassault Aviation's Rafale. Dassault backed the contract to provide 126 fighter jets as it was the lowest bidder and the aircraft was said to be easy to maintain. The deal was initially estimated to be worth $10.2 billion by the government. The plan included acquiring 126 aircraft, 18 of them in flyaway condition and the rest to be made in India at the Hindustan Aeronautics facility under transfer of technology. The deal was put on hold during the elections and renegotiated after Modi had become the Prime Minister. In 2015, during Modi's visit to France, he, along with then French Prime Minister François Hollande, announced India's decision to buy 36 ready-to-fly jets. Though the opposition party raised questions on how the deal was finalized without the approval of Cabinet Commission, the real political controversy sparked when Holland told the French media that Modi's government had pressured Dassault to partner with India's Reliance Defense, owned by Anil Ambani, to meet its offset policy. The Congress accused Modi of practicing crony capitalism by helping Ambani's firm. They demanded the Joint Parliamentary Committee to probe the Rafale deal. The Supreme Court, in its verdict, dismissed pleas to probe into the Rafale deal, stating, "So far as the decision making is concerned, we have studied the material and interacted with senior Air Force officers. There was no occasion to doubt the process." While the three-judge bench headed by Justice Ranjan Gogoi's judgment had been favorable to the government and Reliance Defense, there were many unanswered questions remaining, such as how did the number of aircraft requirement change? Why is the cost so much? Why was the deal swapped to Reliance from Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, a public sector unit? Now, coming back to the recent revelation, where a note from the Ministry of Defense stated, "We may advise PMO that any officers who are not part of Indian negotiating team may refrain from having parallel parleys with the officers of French government." It suggested that in case the PMO is not confident about the outcome of negotiations being carried out by the Ministry of Defense, a revised modality of negotiations to be led by PMO at appropriate level may be adopted in the case. The newspaper report states that the government gave major and unprecedented concessions to the French side when the Rafale deal was signed between the two countries. This included dropping of critical provisions for anti-corruption penalties and making payments through an escrow account. Quoting the Hindu report, the Congress chief Rahul Gandhi said every defense deal has an anti-corruption clause. Reports suggest that the Prime Minister removed the anti-corruption clause. It is clear that the Prime Minister facilitated loot. Taking to Twitter, he wrote, "No more anti-corruption clause." The Chowkidar himself opened the door to allow Anil Ambani to steal 30,000 crore from the IAF. With just less than 60 days for the elections, will these exposé take a toll on the Bharatiya Janata Party? Will the Supreme Court revisit its judgment? Would there be any further investigation? We hope we get answers to these questions soon so that people can fully understand what is happening around them. With that, Priyadarshini for Just Start News.